Hello, Cancer. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot by Paul Foster Case and Arthur Edward Waite. For the supportive cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Alright, I've already shuffled. Haha. Did you really? I think you did. Alright, so we got a lot of cards going on here. Okay, so as I was shuffling, the Moon card popped out. It came in as your overall energy. You also have a card behind that, the World card. Ironically, I just did Pisces. They had the World card as their overall energy as well. So I'm wondering if you might... There's a good chance you might be connected with Pisces energy as well. Somebody who's a Pisces might be connected with the situation with you. You know, I really feel like the two of these together, I feel like this is coming out of the dark. And it's because they're together, and when the Moon card flew out, it was upside down, which makes me feel like coming out of the dark. The two of them together, I feel like, are really illuminating that. Like, I feel like the world is illuminated. The world is illuminating the moon. Yeah, I feel like it's going in a really positive direction, though. I feel like you're coming out of the dark. I feel like a situation is, like, this part is like you're moving on from this. Alright, we're going to see what this is, because there's a couple cards here. There's a lot of cards that came out. So let's start over here in the beginning, of course. You got the Mermaid Seduction, but you also have the Devil card going into this. I feel like you're feeling like some situation is not... When you start the situation, if this is hitting for you, I'm feeling like you're stuck in it. Like it's not going to change. I'm getting that mostly with the Devil card. Like you feel like there's nothing you can do to get out of this. Situation is what it is. I don't feel like you enjoy it, but there's nothing you can do to get out of it. The Mermaid Seduction, though, that makes me wonder. I feel like kind of getting like a siren feel with the Mermaid Seduction. The sirens, from what I remember, they sing a sweet song, but they lure sailors to their doom one way or another, if I remember right. Which is kind of how this feels. I feel like somebody else is pulling on your heartstrings, and they make you feel like there's nothing you can do to get out of this situation, like you have to be a part of it. I'm getting that for how we're going in, and I really feel like at this point you're feeling like that might be the truth. That being said, whatever is happening here, whoever is pulling your heartstrings is walking out. So they may have made you feel like you were stuck in the situation, but then they left. Well, I don't know how long you've been in this situation. You may have been in this situation for a while. And I feel like they've been making you feel like you can't do it, you can't leave, you can't make a different choice, you have to help, you have to be a part of it. I feel like there's a very labored, like there's nothing you can do except be a part of it. You have to hold up your end. But at the beginning of this, even though that might have been going on for a while, I feel like that's the person who's walking out. I feel like that's the exact one who's just kind of like, I don't want to do this anymore, I have better things. Something else works better for them, and they decide that they're done, and they move on. And they've learned something from this. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not. The Knowledge card I feel is more important for you in this situation. I don't know what's going on. I feel like whoever was like pulling your heartstrings and keeping you involved in it, they have their own thing going on. So we're going to move on from that. For you, though, I think you're kind of like, your eyes are opening. Like, the way this situation was going, you felt so guilted into doing this, and then this person walks away, and you're just kind of like, all this time you were making me feel like there's nothing I could do, and like I couldn't leave you in the lurch, and then you just go. Like, doesn't one hand wash the other in this situation? Like, I feel like you're kind of like you're waking up to something here. Like, this person really like laid it on thick, and you're just like, you're seeing it for what it was at this point. Like, that was more talk than anything else. Like, I just feel like you're kind of like dumbfounded. Like, I can't believe you made me feel like I couldn't do anything, or I had to be a part of this. I had to make sure the ship kept sailing, and then you just kind of go. Like, I don't understand how you could do that to me. While you're kind of stunned, I feel like you're kind of stunned. It is a very good thing for you that this is finally happening, because it's getting you out of this situation. Maybe not at the same moment this person leaves, but I feel like when this person leaves, and you're just like, really? I feel like it wakes you up. Well, let's be fair. I feel like that's where it's going. Not right off the bat. I don't feel like it wakes you up, but you're kind of like. I feel like you're kind of like, I can't believe the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you're kind of like, I can't believe that it's working out this way. Like, I feel like you're kind of stunned. Five of Pentacles is more about, taking care of somebody, or feeling kind of like you need to be taken care of. It's if you can see the person on there, it's kind of, sometimes I've seen it like left out in the lurch. Sometimes I feel like you're kind of sad. You're kind of like self-pitying yourself at this point. I really kind of feel that with this one. Like you're kind of like, I can't believe all this time this person made me feel like there's nothing I could do, and then there they go. I feel like you're kind of like a little wallowing in it a little bit, to be fair. Okay. No. My dog, she likes to... I hang out with her so much, you'd think she was neglected, but, as soon as I start giving something else attention, not cool. Not cool with doggies. So, that wallowing in... I don't know how long that's going to last for you. It kind of depends on you with the general read. Probably not too long. I feel like you're kind of venting to a couple people, and someone helps you with this situation. Like, whoever just left, however they left, whatever situation, whatever arena this is hitting for you, you're venting about it, like the hole that they left and how you have to pick up the pieces. There's more work for you because they left. Somebody steps in to help you. This is very interesting. Somebody steps in to help you. King of Rods you got going on here. Now, when the King of Rods pops in here and helps you out, you get the 10 of coins, then you got the 6 of cups. Now, I feel like they make you feel like, I feel like you feel, I hate when I do that. The impression I'm getting, they bring you hope. They remind you of how good it can be, and while this is the card of memories, I feel like it also brings hope for other things you can do or other ways this has worked out in the past. Connections to the past that are opening doors to the future. Connections to the past that are opening doors to the future. I feel like now that the other person has stepped out, you see how you can get out of this too. And this King of Rods who comes in to help you out with this, these ideas, like the situation, I feel like the situation has changed. This person leaving has made it so, however it's been going up till now, that they had you feeling like you couldn't leave because it would fall apart. Now that they've left, it is actually kind of falling apart because there's not enough resource here to take care of it. It has to change. But this person coming in and helping you is showing you all these ideas, I feel like they're opening doors in some sense. I almost feel like when I get this memory card, I feel like there's been other ideas you've considered in the past, but you were convinced, or somebody convinced you that they weren't really options. They're coming back. And you're revisiting options again. No? Yes. Well, which is it? You're going back to when this situation started, and I feel like this person is helping you find different ways to handle this. I feel like the situation has to kind of come to its fruition. You got the moon with the world. The world is a completion card. It's the end of an era, typically. End of a cycle. And you got the moon here, and I really feel the moon, but with these two together, I feel like the moon may have been where you were. Somebody was making you feel like it had to be this way, and you kind of went along with it, but you're seeing it for the truth now, and now you're walking away from it. You're ending the moon cycle. Like, this part you're ending. The two of these together, you're coming out of the dark. You're ending it. This person coming forward, helping you. They're showing you how to get out of this. I feel like it's something coming back, though. Like, there was a period where you were considering ideas, somebody had ideas, all these doors are opening. It's connected with the past, but like I feel like you might have gone through this before, but this other person made you feel like there was no other option. So you ignored them or didn't really fully get into them. That time where you can see all these possibilities is coming back, and you are getting into them. And you are going to choose one to end whatever's going on here because you can't do it anymore. When this happens, when this person brings these possibilities back, you're very smart and you're moving slowly. The Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you're looking for longevity. You're looking for a solution to this problem that will last. However long it needs to last, you're going to make sure it lasts out the end. And I feel like this is really, really helping you heal from the... Like, I feel like when you get to this part, the fact that this other person kind of left, I feel like this really heals that, because you're feeling like that might have been the best thing. Because when that person left, it gave you the ability to relook at the situation and then to end it. And it's time to end it. Okay, so are we here yet, or... Okay. So... we got one last line for your outcome here, and there's about 6 cards here explaining the end. You've got Justice, and you have Glamour. Now, the two of these together make me wonder how this is coming through. I feel like it's a fair outcome. And I'm feeling also like at the time it's happening, you feel a lot better about it now than maybe the first time around you would have felt about it. Because at this point you've gone through the whole war and situation, and now you're like, you know what? It needs to happen. And you're feeling a lot better about it. I feel like originally maybe this solution just didn't seem that appealing to you, but now, due to everything you've gone through, you're feeling a lot better with it. Glamour a lot of times means putting forth a front that's not necessarily the truth. So let's go a little deeper in this, because I feel like there's some bittersweet feeling to this. I feel like you're okay with it. Like mentally you're alright, and you're not letting yourself get bogged down by the negative here. But this is definitely, the situation is ending. It's ending. You got the World, you got the Death card, and you got the Tower. Whatever the situation is, you make your decision, and it ends it. It definitely does. And due to that, what are you doing? due to that, the dog is messing with me. I wonder, does this tie into the reading? No. Okay, good. You end it, and I have to say it's after that. How is this in here? Like this? Yeah. That's when things kind of... I feel whatever the situation is, it's been going on too long the way it has, and it needs to kind of break down. It needs to. It's time for it. You may have been prolonging the inevitable. So you step away, you make your decision. I don't feel like you were feeling good about it originally, but now that it's happened, you've gotten where it is. Because you can't keep it going the way it was anyway, so you have to. You step out, and it does fall apart. I'm feeling like something else or someone else has to pick up the rest. And I feel like this is... But you're feeling like this is the way it should have happened originally. Depending on your situation. You're feeling like it needed to work out some different way than it did. I don't know. You feel like this is the way it should be. You're feeling good about that. Like this is how it should be. And I don't feel like there's anything around you that's causing you any discomfort. Because I feel like the way it is panning out at the end here, things are going well. Things are going good. The harmony with this... Like, I feel like with the Emperor, something else, someone else is taking over. You are literally letting go of the situation. You have to. There's no choice at this point. You don't have the support that you had before. You can't keep doing it. Somebody else or some other institution picks up from here. And I feel like this is best for everybody. The thing is, this is a big change for you. And I feel you're kind of seeing this as like you had to step out, but it is definitely changing the whole situation. It's the world. You got the World card here too, which is making me feel like this really changes your life. And the Tower card kind of dips down on the other side. It really makes me feel like you're kind of more seeing the changes happen because things had to. I'm getting like a house feel for some people. Like for some reason a house is... Somebody's losing a house here in some sense. But it had to happen. Something like that. Anything else? Okay. So just that's kind of the feel. Like I feel like for some people you were taking care of somebody. I'm getting like an elderly person. And you and the other person were working together, but when the other person stepped right out, whatever they did and they stepped out, you can't do it anymore. And the situation is so hard. I feel like your hand was forced to make a decision, but you're realizing it has to happen. And while things are changing and they are dramatic, you're realizing you have to. I feel like you're forcing yourself to be happy with it. With the justice on your side and the glamour, I feel like you're trying to force yourself to be happy with it. The thing is, it did need to happen. You really did have no choice. And I do feel like after the dust has settled, okay, this makes more sense now. When the dust has settled, everything is better. Everything is better. I feel like it's like the change. I'm kind of getting that roller coaster feel, sort of. Or kind of like the calm after the storm is a better analogy. Like after everything turbulent happens and it all settles, the other side, whatever the situation is, it's a lot better. It's calm. It's fine. It had to happen. It was sooner or later. I feel like whatever the situation this is, it was known. It was going to have to happen sooner or later. And once the dust settles, once the sky is clear, everything's fine, smooth sailing, everything's as good as it's going to be. And I feel like it's better than it was before, not only for you, but for the whole situation. So it does work out the way it should. Okay. Alright, so I think I drove down about the ending there. Let me wrap this up here. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.